Hey there. So, imagine your favorite actor, who we all know as a big-time movie star, suddenly decides to take a step behind the camera. And guess what? It's been nearly 30 years since he's done that. You might be wondering, what? Who are we talking about? Well, none other than Johnny Depp. And this time, he's not just acting, he's directing. That's right, he's making his big return to filmmaking with a project that has a lot of people talking. It's called Modì, and it's all set to hit US theaters on November 7, 2025. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, when I think of Depp, I immediately think of iconic roles like Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, or maybe even his unforgettable performance in Edward Scissorhands. But this time, he's taking us on a different journey. He's not only acting in front of the camera but also calling the shots behind it. So, what's all the buzz about? Well, that's what we're diving into today. We're going to explore everything you need to know about Modì, why this movie is a big deal, and why it matters so much that Depp's returning as a director after such a long time. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll be just as excited as I am about the upcoming release. Let's break it down, step by step. First up, what exactly is Modì all about? The movie takes a look at Amedeo Modigliani, an Italian painter who's known for his distinct and almost dreamlike art. You know the kind, those long, graceful portraits of women with big, soulful eyes. Modigliani was an artist who lived a pretty rough life, and Depp thought it would be amazing to tell his story. But instead of focusing on his whole life, Depp zeroes in on a specific moment, just 3 days in Modigliani's life. These were chaotic days, set in Paris, 1916, when the world was in the middle of World War I. Talk about high stakes, right? Now, I know what you're probably thinking, why just 3 days? Why not show his entire journey? Well, here's the thing. A lot of biopics try to cram an entire life into 2 hours, and let's face it, it doesn't always work. Depp chose to focus on just a few intense days, and honestly, that's the beauty of it. It lets the audience really feel the emotions, the pressure, and the highs and lows Modigliani experienced during that time. It's an intimate portrayal, and I'm all in for that kind of deep dive into a character's psyche. So, why should we care about this project? Well, for one, it's a bit of a passion project for Depp. You see, Depp has always had a love for art and creativity. He's not just an actor who reads lines off a script, he's an artist who's genuinely interested in the world of painting, sculpting, and all kinds of artistic expression. That's why it makes perfect sense that he'd want to direct a film about someone like Modigliani. It's like he's channeling his own passion for art into this project, and you can feel that energy through the screen. And trust me, you can tell when someone pours their heart and soul into a film, there's something special about it. Now, let's talk about the cast. Depp may be the one behind the camera this time, but he's still got some star power in front of it. The lead role of Modigliani is played by Riccardo Scamarcio, a talented Italian actor who's been in a lot of notable films. But here's where it gets even more exciting, Al Pacino is also in this movie. Yes, Al Pacino, the Hollywood legend himself. He plays Maurice Gangnat, an art collector who plays a crucial part in Modigliani's life. I mean, come on, Depp and Pacino working together on a film about a famous artist? That sounds like an absolute masterpiece in the making. The movie was produced by Depp's own production company, IN.2 Film. And when you look at the behind-the-scenes team, everything from the cinematography to the set design and costumes, it's clear that they're really trying to create something that feels authentic. They're taking us back to the early 20th century, to war-torn Paris, where the world of art was buzzing and creative minds like Modigliani were struggling to make a name for themselves. You can expect the visuals to be stunning, and the attention to detail will definitely pull you in. Now, as with any major film project, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Filming began in late 2023 in Budapest, but there were some challenges along the way. Between the logistical hurdles and the pandemic still having lingering effects, it wasn't easy getting everything in place. But, hey, nothing worthwhile ever comes easy, right? And they didn't stop there, they also filmed scenes in Los Angeles and Italy, making sure that the film had the right European vibe and authenticity. But here's where things get even more interesting. While Modì had its fair share of bumps in the road, it did get some early attention from film festivals. It made its debut at the San Sebastian Film Festival in September 2024, then headed to Rome before hitting Italian theaters in November 2024. And you know what? The movie has already received some standing ovations. Of course, some critics have pointed out a few pacing issues, which is pretty common for films with a slower, more contemplative feel. But overall, it's been a positive reception, especially for Depp's return to directing after so long. And now, the big news, Modì is finally coming to the US November 7, 2025. This is huge because it's Depp's first directorial release in America in a long time. It's been a while since he's made a film here in the States, and with the buzz surrounding the movie and the positive early reviews, this could be the start of something big for him in the director's chair. Plus, there's always that curiosity about an actor-turned-director. You just know people are going to flock to theaters to see what he's created. And, of course, we're all dying to know what Depp brings to the table as a filmmaker after all these years. So, what can we expect from Modì once it hits US theaters? Well, based on the early reviews and festival feedback, you can look forward to some absolutely breathtaking visuals. This isn't going to be your typical fast-paced Hollywood blockbuster with explosions and car chases. No, this is a film about art, passion, and the struggle of an artist trying to make his mark in the world. Expect deep emotional moments, a slow build-up of tension, and some stunning shots that'll make you feel like you've stepped into 1916 Paris. You also can't ignore the emotional tension in the story. Modigliani's life wasn't easy. He had to deal with poverty, personal demons, and the constant battle for recognition as an artist. Depp's approach is going to allow us to really connect with that side of the character. So, get ready for some heavy, heart-pounding moments as you follow the journey of an artist on the edge of greatness. And it's not just the audience that's going to feel the weight of the emotions. Depp has really poured everything he has into making sure that his actors get to the heart of the material. So you can expect some powerful performances, especially from Scamarcio and Pacino. And here's something that might surprise you, Depp didn't just jump back into directing for the sake of it. This film is actually something he's been wanting to do for a long time. He's passionate about the world of art, and Modigliani was a figure he'd been fascinated with for years. He's someone who understands what it's like to be misunderstood as an artist, and in that way, Depp really connects with the material. This isn't just a job for him, it's personal. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably wondering, what does Depp bring to the table as a director? Well, let's just say he's known for his ability to capture raw emotion. And that's going to be essential in a film like Modì, where the stakes aren't about who wins or loses, but about whether the artist is able to find peace and purpose before it's too late. Depp's directorial approach has always been about humanizing characters, showing their flaws, their pain, and their triumphs. So, if you're expecting a film that's as much about the emotional journey as it is about the historical context, you're in for a treat. So, now that we know all the key details, let's talk about how you can experience this when it hits US theaters on November 7th. It's time to get your tickets and prepare for an unforgettable cinematic experience. Modì might just be the film that puts Depp back in the spotlight as a director, and who knows? Maybe this will inspire him to direct even more films in the future. Before I go, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think about Johnny Depp's return to filmmaking? Are you excited to see him behind the camera again? Or do you prefer him in front of it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm always curious to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And hey, if you're in the mood for another deep dive into the world of cinema, check out my next video right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.